Before we get into today's video, show some love by putting a heart in the comments. Now picture this. You pull up to the speaker and order something called a McRib. Your brain paints a picture, especially if you're a carnivore like me. Ribs, smoky, meaty, a tiny backyard cookout in a bun. And then plot twist. There's a lawsuit saying that the rib part might be more vibes than ribs. On January 4th, 2026, one of my hometown news stations reported on a federal lawsuit that takes Chicago-based McDonald's to task over the McRib's name and marketing. The case was filed December 23, 2025 in the U.S. District Court in Chicago by 4 plaintiffs, Peter Lee, Charles Lynch, Dorian Baker, and Derek Wilson, who are seeking class action status. Let's keep this grounded. A lawsuit is not a verdict. It's a claim that still has to be tested. But as a doctor who spends his life asking, what's really going on under the hood? This story is a perfect reminder of a principle I wish we used more in medicine and nutrition. Trust but verify. Because whether it's a lab result, a medication commercial, or a sandwich named after a body part, words can be persuasive. And biology doesn't care about marketing. CBS summarized what the complaint says. Despite the name and the signature rib rack shape, the McRib does not contain actual pork rib meat. And the patty is described as reconstructed product, made from lower grade pork portions such as pork shoulder, heart, tripe, and scalded stomach. Again, these are the lawsuit's claims, quoted in the report and reflected in the complaint itself. McDonald's, for its part, has pushed back in other reporting. The Independent reported a McDonald's spokesperson stated the lawsuit distorts the facts, and that the McRib is made with 100% boneless pork, plus barbecue sauce, onions, and pickles. Now, I can already hear the internet warming up. Doc, everybody knows it's not real ribs. Maybe, but here's the issue. The law isn't built around what the most cynical person assumes. It's built around what a reasonable consumer could conclude from the name and presentation, especially when the complaint argues the product is deliberately shaped like ribs and named with the word rib. And this is where the health conversation gets interesting. Because even if you don't care whether the patty came from the rib, the shoulder, or the mysterious land of reconstructed, the bigger issue is this. Ultra-processed food trains us to outsource our thinking. It trains us to stop asking questions. And in the clinic, I see the end result of that training. Fatty liver, insulin resistance, prediabetes, high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, cravings that feel like they have a mind of their own, and people blaming themselves like they're the problem. I've had patients tell me, Doc, I'm doing fine. I don't eat junk. I just grab fast food when I'm busy. And then we look at the pattern. A quick meal here, a little treat there, a sugary drink that's basically liquid bread. And suddenly, the labs are telling the story their appetite didn't. Meanwhile, the environment we're swimming in is engineered to sell. CBS noted that McDonald's promotes the McRib in limited windows with ad campaigns to build anticipation. Scarcity marketing. And the lawsuit argues that urgency can discourage scrutiny. Scarcity is a psychological cheat code. If something feels limited, our brain assigns it extra value. It's the same reason people treat a limited edition candle like a family heirloom, and then wonder why they spent $29.99 on something that smells a little overrated for the money spent. And add the medical lens. When you repeatedly eat foods engineered for maximum reward, sweet, salty, fatty, soft, easy, your dopamine system starts learning patterns. It's not just willpower, it's conditioning. Your brain remembers the pleasure button and says, run it back. So yes, this story can sound funny because a sandwich called McRib not being rib meat feels like a punchline. But underneath, it's about transparency. It's about whether you can make an informed choice. It's about accountability. Because if you're going to sell food at massive scale, your relationship with the public isn't casual, it's power. CBS reported the lawsuit seeks damages and asked the court to order McDonald's to stop what the plaintiffs described as deceptive naming and marketing practices regarding the McRib. Now, I'm not here to prosecute a sandwich. I'm here to protect your health. And part of protecting your health is recognizing that oversight matters, because no individual can out-hustle a system designed to confuse. Also, notice how simple can be slippery. CBS pointed out the McRib is described as having 5 simple ingredients and about 520 calories. Seasoned boneless pork, barbecue sauce, onions, pickles, and a bun. 5 ingredients sounds reassuring until you remember that barbecue sauce can be a whole chemistry novel, and bun can be a sugar delivery vehicle in a tuxedo. So what do you do with this? Here are the takeaways I want you walking away with. Treat food marketing like a headline. Pause, then verify. If a product name strongly implies a thing, rib, healthy, natural, keto, heart smart, look for the receipts, ingredients, nutrition facts, sourcing. Remember, limited time is not a nutritional virtue. It's a sales strategy. Your hormones do not care that it was seasonal. Hold institutions accountable. If a company profits from ambiguity, the public pays, and sometimes with money, often with health. And the big one, cook at home as much as you reasonably can. Not because you need to be a chef, because cooking at home is the simplest form of verification. When you cook, you control the oils, sugars, starch load, and additives. You can build meals that address root causes. Stable blood sugars, better satiety, less inflammation, fewer cravings, more energy. A home-cooked meal is basically a medical intervention that tastes better than a prescription. And if you're thinking, Doc, I'm busy, here are 3 low-friction options. Number 1, rotisserie chicken plus a bag salad if you're not carnivore like me, plus olive oil. 10 minutes, no drama. Number 2, ground beef or turkey plus eggs. 1 pan, high satiety. Number 3, frozen veggies plus a quick protein like shrimp, salmon, or chicken for my low-carb keto crew. You can still eat real food even if your schedule is disrespectful. Now, this video is not about shaming anyone who enjoys McRib. Nostalgia is powerful. Food is emotional. Food is tied to memories. But if you care about health, real health, then we have to care about truth. Because metabolic disease doesn't start with a diagnosis. It starts with patterns. It starts when confusion becomes normal. I really hope this video was helpful. And if it was, hit like and subscribe. Because this channel is about pulling back the curtain on the stuff that quietly makes people sick and giving you tools that work in real life. And here's a quick challenge for the week. Do 1 trust but verify moment. Read a label. Ask what oil a restaurant uses. Or just cook 1 meal at home and notice how you feel the next day. Trust but verify. And ask for accountability from companies and the people who regulate them. And whenever possible, bring the power back home to your kitchen. I thank you for coming to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.